Alright, welcome back to Jack Stands and Cinder Blocks. We're going to take that truck, I'll pause so I can zoom in, and we're going to park it right about there. That's the game plan, that's the goal. Let's go make it happen. Alright, so a little backstory here. This is the Clifford truck, named because it's a big red truck. It is going to be a car hauler in its future life. It's going to probably get some nicer tires eventually. Game plan is to use the fact that it is a tilt bed truck and put some ramps on it to where it could drive a car up onto there and use it as a pit vehicle, car hauler, to get the cars to the track. I'm going to check the gas here. Truck's been sitting for over 90 days. But appears to have some fuel in the tank. Good deal. If we have to go get more fuel, we will. Right now I'm actually shooting a video where I'm rebuilding the shifting unit for the 2-speed rear axle. Right now it's just been a 5-speed. 5-speed at the transmission and no rear gears. But with the 2-speed rear axle, that should make it a total of 10 speeds by being able to split the gears. There are lots of sticker burrs out here. Found that out when I went to remove that. So anyway, there's my highfalutin truck seat. Let's see. I checked the brake fluid the other day, put a little bit of brake fluid in it because it was low. There we go. And we have a little pedal. All right. Let's see if we can get some gas up to the carburetor before the battery dies. Well, we might have to go get some gas to put in the carburetor. Just an update so you'll know. I think the only working gauge on this thing was the vacuum gauge, and that's a mechanical gauge. Speedometer didn't work. Gas gauge definitely didn't work. Oil, temperature, none of that stuff worked. It got here. It got itself here from Kansas City to here, Garden City.
You're watching Jack Stands and Cinder Blocks.
What I was just saying before the recording ended is it miraculously got itself here from Kansas City all the way to Garden City, and that was quite the miracle considering how many gauges work. I don't think we've gotten fuel up to the carburetor yet. We'll pause here and go get some gas to pour down the carburetor, and that should get it turning fast enough where it'll go ahead and pull up some gas from the fuel tank. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna pop the air cleaner off, put a little gas down it. It looks like it's starting to get a little fuel to the fuel filter there, so we're not far from getting gas to the carburetor. Part of the backstory of this truck, I got it as a non-runner from an auction. It was sold to me at scrap metal. They weren't sure if it ran or not. I could tell it must have been running when the engine fire happened. I was correct about that assumption. We're going to do what we can to clean that up, seal that up eventually. But I'm not really thinking about painting this truck at all. At least not until later. Let's prove the concept, prove that it runs. Well, we've already done that part. prove that it can do what I need it to do, and then we'll come back and consider painting it as my budget gets better for this channel. All right. Whoa. We don't need any more engine fires. All right. I'll let some of that gas sit for a sec. Yeah, get down there. All right, let's move that out of the way so we don't run it over. Are we still even recording? I believe we are. Ooh. Well, that wasn't too bad. Maybe just a little bit more. Alright, we'll put a little bit more down it. I believe it's starting to get some gas in the fuel system. Pulled up from the tank. Alright, let's see. Get this in place first, and then we'll get it ready. Alright, so we put 2 more splashes of gas in the carburetor. Well, we might be flooded or we might not have enough gas in it. We'll see. Get a little tick. I don't think it has enough gas. Alright. I think this time it's going to start and we're going to drive it across the street where we said we're going to drive it to. Maybe. May not have got enough gas in it. I did put some in the tank too, because I could tell the fuel pump wasn't really picking up, and we've started it multiple times off the gas in the carburetor. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it didn't like the air. All right. Alright, we'll put a little bit more gas in the carburetor then. Alright. Yep, some more sips. Alright. And still no new gas in the fuel filter. Ugh. Yes, I drive this truck with a bucket. I didn't drive it all the way from Kansas City with that, but I didn't want to leave a seat in here to get vandalized or stolen. We might be getting fuel through the fuel pump now. Probably not. Yeah, let's get a little bit more in there. Oh, and there's our window handles. Unfortunately, the splines on both sides are gone from using vice grips. Let me know what y'all think. I'm thinking about making vice grips. A handle that's actually vice grips, but we're actually going to just weld it on after we fix up the interior. Actually, the main thing is I got to fix rusty floorboard mainly on the driver's side, a little patch over there. There's where I drilled the holes to put the temporary fuel cell in here. And we're going to get the dash back in after we get the heater working. That's it. There was never AC in this truck, so here we are again. We're going to give it a splash of the good old Go Juice. Dinosaur vodka, I guess. I don't know what to call it. It's the flammable part of the dinosaur. We got the other part of the dinosaur in the crankcase to keep it lubricated. And go. I'm gaining faith that she's going to run eventually, so I'm going to close the hood. Pretty steady idle for now. Hey, our vacuum gauge is working. That means we might get a little break. Yeah. We got brake pedal feel. Light on the trailer brakes working. Pretty good brake feel. And this is my patented cell phone holder. It's a Harbor Freight cup holder. Drilled a hole so the charger could work. I don't even remember what I was charging off of, but it worked. Oh, that's right. This is the only square body Chevy I own that the ashtray closes. When you have the ashtray itself, it's put away. But I think we plugged into the cigarette lighter and had active charging. Alright, we are in first. Woo! That's whoopee gear here. Oh, down reverse. Let's check. Brakes. There, brakes finally working, I think. Okay, yeah, that was reverse. First, second. All right, let's go take off in second. And pray we don't have traffic. No traffic from the right, no traffic from the left. So now we know fuel tank's a little low. Not a surprise. The thing gets about 6.5 miles to the gallon. The mill truck gets about 9.5 when towing. So, and this was towing the mill truck, so you can count that as a factor. This truck probably weighs twice, 3 times as much as the mill truck. I'd say twice as much, rough number. Let's see if those brakes are actually working. Brakes are working. All right. We are still recording. I'm going to crank back up. Not quite lined up with where I want to park, but I can get it there from here. Mirrors do work. They are somewhat adjusted. And there will be more videos of the Clifford truck here very soon. I have to go to the hardware store, and I'll be able to possibly finish up the video I was working on. Let's hop out and see how far we are from that wall. Alright. The key is also on the channel. And the dump truck has always been a background in the channel and has now been moved. The lawnmower's not part of the channel. But holy shit, the Clifford truck's bigger than the dump truck. That's amazing. We got a couple feet. All right, the game plan is in the very near future we're going to take these sides off. We're going to finish backing this up as part of this video. Would love to actually move the rear axle to that location. We do have enough frame there for that. We'll just have to extend the drive shaft. And I do want it to be airbagged rear axle, and eventually airbag the front axle, so we'll be able to lower the truck, maybe make it squat so we can load cars easier. This is a tilt bed, but I think first things first, make things like that fixed. All right, anyway, we're going to back up about 2 to 3 more feet. Pretty happy with that location. I lined up the mirrors. That shall work. Even though they're both tandemed rear axles, you can see how much longer the mill truck is, or the Clifford truck, versus the dump truck. And that shall conclude today's video. We'll also be working on another video for the Clifford. I will repeat, this is a C30 square body crew cab, and it has the big, beautiful, illustrious 8.1 big block with the Allison transmission in it. I did the swap myself on the channel. I used one of square body Eric's frames. It was a 1-ton dually frame. And we mocked this whole drivetrain up on that frame before putting that drivetrain in this chassis. And this runs and drives. It might be buried under, like that flatbed turns into a workbench. Might be buried under a little bit of that, but it does run and drive. And it's, in case you're new to the channel, that's an 8.1L. No. Anyway. So this runs and drives. There's some other vehicles that were in the garage. They're not here anymore. Don't ask anymore about the Thunderbird. It is sold. The family sold it. They got their money out of it. We are still cleaning up the garage. We're going to get this garage up and running as a shop. So we've got to get rid of a lot of other stuff or other people's projects, or stack them neatly until they can come pick them up.